Hello, hello, good afternoon. Let me know if you're here. I think I'm live right now. It always says live and recording, and then I finally get a notice that says that I am. So if you're here, give me a thumbs up. Now it says I am live on Facebook. So welcome, welcome. I've got my little face up in the corner this time. So let's see if this is going to work. If I need to get myself in a better position here for what I want to do. So I can't believe it's Monday, October 11th, and this is episode 50. So 2 more weeks and have been doing this for 1 year. And it's always fun, always something that I look forward to every week. So I hope you do too. And be sure to share what you see. I would love for you to do that. So I'm going to get started. We'll see if there are any comments. But until then, let's get going. We are still in the July to December mini catalog. And golly, here we are, middle of October. Yes. So we still have a couple more months to go on this. And the stamp set that I'm going to feature today is one that I wasn't sure that I really needed to have, but I did. Hi, Gloria. Thank you. Welcome. That I did decide that it would be good in my stash of products. And it's called Delivering Cheer. It's on page 32. Hi, Deanna. Thanks for joining. Page 32 in the mini catalog. And yes, it looks like it is probably something for the holidays. But when I get a stamp set, I try to look beyond that and see what else I can do with it besides maybe its initial use. But the samples that are here are warming thoughts for the season. Here's a little package, and I just got these cute little boxes. I'll try to show one of these in the next couple of weeks. They're still over there all wrapped up. But anyway, these are so cute and would be great if you make treats for the holidays for neighbors or some small gifts for friends. So I'm going to do a birthday card with this today. Hi, Sue. Welcome. A birthday card with this today using this cute little dress. Remember, we all used to wear those. Well, I don't know, maybe maybe you didn't, but I did wear those kind of little full little hoop skirts, I guess, and some of these packages. And we'll get going from there. I'm also going to do a technique called paper piecing. Not piercing, paper piecing. So you need to say that a few times to yourself to make sure that you get it right. Hi, Patty. Welcome. It's good to see you. All right. This is the stamp set, Delivering Cheer. It is a photopolymer stamp set. And so that makes it easy to line up because we've got the little girl with her hands or her mittens. And I've got a couple of them on a block already. And then you just line it up with her bottom of her body. Very, very cute. I've also pulled out a happy birthday stamp from, let's see, which one did I use here? I pulled out Happy Birthday from Art Gallery. This one has so many good sentiments in it. Thinking of you, best wishes, thank you, sorry, that could also coordinate with this stamp set. And Banner Year, which I showed last week with the pumpkins, would also be a good one to go with this. It still has the Christmas wishes, so it would coordinate with that if you don't want to use the sentiments that are in there, with a grateful heart. The Thanksgiving would probably go with this one. So, think about the other stamps that you have in your collection and what will go with this particular stamp set. So let's get going. Hope you all had a great weekend. I cannot believe that we are almost to the middle of October, and we had 80-degree weather yesterday and all weekend while I was working at Ohio Mart. If you're in the area, you know about Stan Hewitt Holland Gardens here, and that's where I volunteer, and that's our big event. So I was pretty exhausted most days last week, but now I'm getting my energy level back. All right. I'm starting with a piece of 11 by 4 1/4, half a sheet of cardstock cut lengthwise of Pool Party. And I've already scored it in the center point at 5 1/2. So what I'm going to do today is to make a book fold card. It's a very simple and easy, I would call it a fun fold, but it's just one score and a different fold. So with the 5 1/2 there, let me grab my paper trimmer. And so there we are at 5 1/2. And I'm going to move that score that I've already made over 1 1/4 inches. So I'm moving it over 1 1/4, which when I pull this out, actually takes it to 6 3/4. So it's 1 1/4. So I don't know if you can see that. I don't think I can zoom. I don't have the zoom feature on there. So anyway, it's 1 1/4 inches over from the 5 1/2 score line. So I'm going to put a score line there. Make sure you get your cutting blade out of the way and score. And now what I have is a book fold, just like you would be opening a book, and here's the book binding. And I like the bigger part here, so I can add some designer paper, and then your inside is still plenty big for adding a 4 by 4 inch piece. So you've got plenty of space to write a sentiment and then have this folded here. Okay, so if you've not made one of these before, add it to your idea list of fun folds. But this is an easy fold. The designer paper I'm going to use, this is our hostess set of papers that I think I've shown before. And with a $150 order, you can earn this huge pack of designer paper, 12 by 12. Well, of course, I've got lots of little scraps left over from it. And one of my favorites is here at the end, and this black and white. And if you noticed as I went through this, let me turn it over a little bit. Each side has color, and then the opposite side is black and white of something. We've got our buffalo check, some stripes, polka dots, and the black and white has been very trendy, very popular. Big stripes, flowers, and so on. The colors that are in here are also some of my favorites. Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade. Wow, I never realized we had so many things that started with 2 P's. And Whisper White, of course, or whoops, Basic White. We now have Basic White. So what I've done is to take a scrap, because of course I keep all my scraps, a scrap of this, and I've already cut off a piece that's going to go on my book fold, on my binding. So let's get back over here. And this is 1 by 4. Because remember, this is still 4 1/4, and this is 1 1/4. So it makes it very easy to just add that piece there. Hi, Nancy, welcome. So I'm going to add that piece there. Let's get some adhesive. So I believe for the rest of the week we have good weather, and then fall, real fall, is going to come back for the weekend, and that's okay. It's time. So there we've got our book fold binding. Now I'm going to add some ribbon and then adhere that down here. For this, I'm going to use our crinkled seam binding ribbon. And I find this sometimes a little bit hard to make a bow, and especially making a bow on Facebook Live. I'm going to add my adhesive in the back. Oops, let's put it here on the end. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Okay, so add my ribbon in the back. And now, let's get some scissors here. I can adhere my fold. So there's the book fold. There, let's move that out of the way. All right. And then I like to just add a piece of ribbon underneath and tie a knot. I'll show you my prototype that I was working with this morning, and I did tie a bow, but I wasn't doing it live. So let's just do that. Let me, maybe I can do a bow here. I don't know if I maybe cut that a little bit too short. Yes, I agree. We need fall all winter long, and it's just been amazing. Just amazing. Okay, I'm not going to struggle with that. Let's just trim that off, and I'll show you a bow later. I find this ribbon too, I like it, but it gets very staticky, and I find it a little bit harder to tie an actual bow. Thank you, Nancy. Congrats on episode 50. Yes, and I have to thank you for making that happen. All right, so now I have a piece of 4 by 4 to also go in the front, and I'm going to put one of these 4 by 4s in the center. Let's see, which adhesive shall I use? I'll use the seal again. This is such an easy fold to work with. Love it. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp on this 4 by 4 piece, and let's get this little girl. She's all dressed up, ready to go. She's got her heels on too. Can't tell you the last time I wore any heels other than maybe a 1 inch. Can't believe I used to wear high heels every single day to work. So I'm going to stamp her in Memento, kind of in the center, maybe a little bit off, so I can add a sentiment there. Let's see. And I have a paper piercing mat here. There we go. Which is actually recommended for when you use photopolymer stamps, because there's no cushion here, and they really do need some kind of cushion underneath them. So the paper piercing mat is recommended, or if you have a good thick mouse pad, you can use that too. So next, I'm going to, let's see, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the Memento ink as well. And I'm going to stamp that again on my polka dotted piece of designer paper. It's the opposite side of what I just put on the card, right there. Let's see, let's move something out of the way here. And I don't really need her feet on there, so let's move that down so I can just get her dress. All right, so I get a better image, I think, when I use the paper piecing mat. Since I'm dealing with paper piecing and paper piercing today, it's I feel like I'm a little tongue twisted. So let's grab my paper snips, and this is a very easy fussy cut to go around her skirt. And of course, this could be colored in with Stampin' blends. I've got a whole bunch of those in front of me too. But this one is easy. Okay. Kind of need to not talk when I'm cutting so much. There we go. So now that is going to be pieced onto her dress like that. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue on that. And this was not cooperating this morning, so whoop, there, I got it to come out. Maybe too much. So piece that right on there. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. So there's her cute little dress. And then I've got this stack of packages, and we're going to stamp those in Memento as well. All right, and do some coloring. Now, this can be stamped so that you can stamp that and then stamp your packages or any of the other images right over top of it. So you don't need to do what I'm going to do next and color and cut it out. But I wanted to give the packages a popped up part. So I'm just going to color a little bit of this, and then I do have one ready to go with the magic of television or Facebook. So Poppy Parade is one of the colors in this DSP. So I like to start off with a red bow, and let's put some red in here. And I'm using the Stampin' blends. I love those. They're just still one of my favorite ways to color. And Flirty Flamingo. Hi, Linda. Welcome. I've been seeing all of your wonderful chocolate creations. You've been busy, busy. Okay, we've got Flirty Flamingo Light and Flirty Flamingo Dark. to go on the bottom, which looks nice with the pool party, and some Granny Apple Green. Love, love, love Granny Apple Green. So let's see, this is, yeah, this is the dark. So I'll do a couple packages in the dark, and then I'm just going to fill in and blend with the Granny Apple Green light. Well, I'm glad you're taking a break to watch, and your chocolate business is, wish I lived closer, I would come and get some. And let's put some more down here. I just keep wanting to color all of it, but I'm not going to. We also have a blend that is, let me grab the right one here, that is ivory, so that you can color skin features, and we also have one in bronze. So I'm going to color in her little hands. And I better color her legs too. And I think I will give her some, what color shoes does she need to have? I guess I put the, there we go. I'll grab this one. Dark crumb cake. So she's going to get some brown shoes here. All right. So with the magic of live, I've already colored this, and I've already cut it out, so you don't have to watch me fussy cut again. So let's get our card base back here, and this is going to just attach to her skirt. So I should have stamped this down a little bit further, but I think it will fit on here just fine. And let's get this adhered. Remember, when coloring with the Stampin' blends, it does bleed through, so you always want to make sure that you are mounting that on something else. So this bled through just a little bit with that. And then this bled through quite a bit as well. And that needs some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I've got some little minis here. I didn't have any big ones handy, so we use the little minis. And then let's pull those little backings off. And I don't know that I've shown this before, but this is a good way to get the backings off of your dimensionals, and that's to use the piercing. I guess I'm all about P's today. Piercing and piecing. So use your pointy tip of your piercing tool on your take a pick tool to pull those off. And that will save fingernails or thumbnails or whatever to get those all off. There we go. And I believe I got them all, so they're all shiny on the back. Shows me I got them all. And let's add that there, so she's carrying that nice big package of bows. And we need some Wink of Stella on there. So that really adds something, some some shimmer to your packages. There we go. And now I've got a little strip of paper. And this is going to be for the happy birthday. So save all those little strips when you cut your cardstock down. And also use Memento here. And I do have a belated birthday card that needs to get in the mail. There we go. So I'm just going to snip that. I think that's pretty straight. And add a little banner at the end. Just snip up in the center and go in from the side to give it a banner. We also have the banner punch. I believe I used that last week. But this is, I just didn't want to grab that and bring it out. So there we've got happy birthday. And let's add some dimensionals to the back of that. We'll put a little bit of bling on here. And yeah, if you stick that piercing point down into the dimensional, you can pull off those little backings. And they come off quite nicely. Okay, let's wish this girl a happy birthday. I'm going to line it up with the edge of the panel that's on the front. And then I am bringing in the matte black dots. And let's see, let's use the paper piercing tool for that too. And this is the little glue tip that will help slide these off. And we'll put one here. And let's see, let's put one over here. And one down here at the bottom. I like to do things in triangles and in threes. Yeah, I like this DSP. It's just so versatile. Thanks, Nancy. And then we've got plenty of room to type, or not to type, but to put a sentiment or write something on the inside. So there's our card. Let me show you the others that I made this morning. So I think I'll be using this set a lot. Okay, this was my original, and this is the one I just made. So I made this one this morning, a little bit different on that. This one here. And where did they go? Where did my samples go? Okay, I have 3 other samples to show you. Here's one I did for Christmas. It is the same fold, but instead of going this direction, it goes this direction with the top fold. So this one is Sending Love and Christmas Cheer. I also did paper piecing with this one with some of our 6x6 designer paper that we have in the different color families. And I added some polka dots to the paper, or to my coloring up here. So that was just cherry cobbler and old olive, because those 2 colors go well together. And then this ribbon is also, I don't know which one that is actually, but but it's cherry cobbler with the gold on it. It's lovely. I love that paper. And there we have the inside. So we've got that one. This is another one. I didn't put a sentiment on this one as it's Flirty Flamingo. This one goes like if your card were going this direction. This one's a little bit different with a smaller portion on the inside. I guess my glue didn't glue down very well. And that's the little girl with just her boots on, giving something for fall. So I'm not sure how I will make a sentiment on that, but it works. And then there's a little stamp in there that kind of gives you some background for the bottom, so it doesn't look like she's standing in the air. And then this one, I didn't use the little girl at the bottom at all, and just used the three trees, and then put some bling on the top of the trees, and sending love and Christmas cheer. This was also cherry cobbler, and this is, I forget which green that is. Somebody can help me on that green. We have so many greens. I know that was one of my challenges back a number of weeks ago, with how many greens do we really have? And we've got a lot. It's not the Just Jade. I need to look it up. So this one needs to be finished on the inside too. But what I do is pretty much create some cards and then decide which one I'm going to actually demonstrate. So I just decided to work and do the one today with the happy birthday. And there we go. So I want to thank you all for stopping by today, and I will see you next week and see what I can come up with. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good week.